Q&As, so let's just hang out and chat a little bit. Well, hello friends. Welcome back to the vlog. If you guys are new here, welcome. We do all the art things together. If you're regular, I love you guys. Thanks for coming back. We are keeping things mellow this week because of this situation going on. If you cannot tell, I have a head cold. So we are going thrift shopping and we are doing mostly computer work. There are a couple things that I need to find. The first is a antique handle pull or vintage handle pull for my brain isn't working. For my nightstand that we refinished a couple weeks ago. So I'm looking for that. The second thing I'm looking for is like a metal tray that's magnetic. So I'll be bringing a magnet and testing all the metal pieces that I find. Hopefully we can find a pretty one, maybe like an oval shape, something that I can put all my magnets on for my booth. So that's something we're gonna do. We also have some Q&As that we'll do at the end. Let's jump into it. This marketplace was gigantic, this antique shop. It had so many booths and it felt like it just kept going. This is located in Old Orchid downtown. It's a tiny, tiny little town. This desk was so cute, but the drawers were fake. I found so many cute things. Like, look at this set. I am obsessed with this. The price was a little high, but it is so cute. I'm always wary of old ceramics because you never know if they were glazed with lead. It's really worth testing if they were glazed with lead or not. They have these little tests. And this is kind of like a rare find. This is a wooden block print, which sometimes I use for my ceramics. I didn't love the pattern of this one, but pretty cool to find one. Saw so many cool things. And you'll see coming up pretty soon here that I found the holy grail of all handle pulls. Pretty cool. Here it is. So many options. I have to measure all of them. Here we go. asked you guys, if you don't follow me on Instagram, hop over and give me a follow. I post a lot of my updates and a lot of things on there, so it's a good place to be. The first question is, what do you hope people feel when they hold your work? That is a great question by Steph. I hope people feel the care and intention that went into it. Like, handmade ceramics is no joke with the amount of time that it takes. Like, something that is machine made takes 2 seconds, but something that is made by hand, like, takes weeks. It takes weeks. And so my hope is that people who hold my work can feel the intention, the love, the care, the time that went into it. Question 2 is by Central Coast Sorting. Bloopers, pieces that didn't come out right, clay that went flying. Oh, that's a good question. You know, actually, the longer that I'm a ceramicist, the less bloopers I have. Especially when I'm making things that I make all the time. Like, I have my multiple types of mugs, I know how much clay. The amount of fails that happen are quite, like, significantly lower. The things that do fail are usually when I'm trying to achieve something brand new, and it's not always like a fail like the whole piece collapses. It's more like maybe I just didn't like how it turned out, or maybe I didn't use enough clay, so it's like not as big as I had hoped. But every now and then I'll like throw a piece. Maybe I just like didn't add in quite enough clay, and I'll like throw it just like a hair too thin, and maybe I'll get a little like wobble in it, a little like what does that even mean? Words don't work today. But then, like, if I can't flatten it out, then I just scrap it. I just like scrape it off and re-wedge it and use it for hand building. But I'd say the biggest bloopers that I probably have are like dropping things. When I was working on my dream series, which we will be coming back to, I had this big beautiful vase with a beautiful flower top, and I was pulling it down from the top shelf because someone moved it to the top shelf, which was a bad idea. Little me, I'm very short, tried to get this thing down, and the whole thing over my head fell behind me and exploded all over the ground. Lovely, right? Just totally lovely. Talk about your business redesign. The business redesign was to take my business from like more of a artisan craft type business into the realm of luxury. Now, I've been like thinking a lot about what is luxury? What is luxury these days? Luxury isn't just like money. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people think, oh, luxury is like an expensive getaway. But like, the more I think about it, like in this day and age, in this like modern society, luxury really is like a different thing. Luxury is having time to slow down, to be with people that you love, to travel and go places, to enjoy like a quiet morning. You know what I mean? So in this new like thought of what is luxury, now I'm thinking, you know, I want my business to match that, in that I'm providing beautiful pieces that are not this fast pace, throwaway kind of like trendy business. Like, what I want is to create beautiful things that people can keep forever, that people will maybe pass down through the generations, that will become part of your everyday dining. How luxurious is it to set a dining table, to set your table, to put out a tablecloth with napkins in napkin rings? Like, that is luxury, right? And so I want to be able to make these beautiful items that create this lifestyle of slowing down, of peace. It's giving you that feeling. It's more about like the feeling, the beauty. It's less about just having stuff. It's less about just buying the next best thing. It's about, when you make a purchase, you are buying something that has a story. It's beautiful. It's unlike any other, because even if I make a bunch of flare lip mugs, each one does have something a little different about it, right? It really is like a one It's a one-time thing. I'm really happy with the direction that my business is going, and I'm really excited to continue to grow and develop it in this sort of way. Those are like the main questions that I wanted to answer today. Well, thanks so much for hanging out with me today, you guys. I hope you enjoyed a little bit of vintage thrift shopping and some questions behind the scenes. If you have more questions for me, please just comment below with some questions. I'm happy to answer anything you guys want to know. Next week should be a little bit more exciting once this cold will be gone. This weekend, I'll be heading to the Bay Area for my first market that will be outside of my little small town that I live in. I'm really excited to branch out, start moving into bigger areas with my stuff, so stay tuned. Other than that, thanks so much for hanging out. I love you guys. I will most definitely see you next Tuesday. Bye.